Truth, really that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic, this truth be told. Only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready, keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know. Truth be told, let's go.
Welcome back to another edition of Truth Be Told. This season 22, man. We in the building today. Listen, I'm your boy, The Real Deal. I got my boy, The God Barber, and also D-Ray is in the house. Listen, God Barber, you know, we have some time talking about what we got going on. We don't got no time for that.
Not today.
You know what I'm saying? This is not that moment.
We're just going to get into it.
Let's just get on into it.
Let's get into it.
Hey, listen, one thing I do want to say, though. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Hit that button, like button, comment, whatever. This is the episode you need to make sure you get a comment. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So make sure you do all those things, man. We would love to have you be a part of our journey, man. So hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell so you get notified so you don't miss an episode. Hey, man, we got a legend in the building.
Yes, sir, baby.
We got a legend in the building today.
Yes, sir.
Straight out of Pamela. You know that shirt?
How mental.
You know that shirt that got you that little box shirt straight out of You know what I'm saying?
Hey, straight out of.
I don't got that shirt.
You ain't got that
on.
Man.
Shoot, what I'm doing, man. I'm straight out.
Oh.
Boy, look at
what Truth Be Told.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Truth Be Told today.
I agree.
Today is
I was
that
a little
day.
nervous. I'm like, well, wait.
Hey, man, listen. Hey, man, not doing all that.
Hey, real, boy. Hey, real.
Hey, I was a little nervous. I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Listen, we've been balling for quite a long time, man. From Pee-wee to high school, college, professional. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk all about that, man. But listen, he was somebody that came from Manatee High School, went through the ranks of Western Kentucky before stepping in the coaching game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Green, some people can't just translate over to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, you know what I'm saying, we've had a lot of people kind of try and make those attempts. But in this case, boy, this man don't did that, right?
Boy, I'm so ready for this one right here, boy.
Hey, man, he bought USF. I mean, a program that was, in my eyes, a little stagnant, a little dead. He brought it back to life.
Yeah.
Made history at FSU and also kept building wherever he may went. His path that led him down many different organizations and programs. Hey, a real deal motivator, mentor, leader of men. Let's give it up to Coach Willie T.
Willie T in the house.
Welcome.
You know what?
Yes, sir.
The hood told me to say, Green, don't call him Willie, call him Skull.
Skull, yeah.
Call him Skull, baby.
Skull, why Skull? Where that came from?
Back in the days, Randy Williams, he always used to joke around here, and I was a little slim little dude with a big head. Yeah. You know what I mean? He said, man, you just got a skull. And from that point on, every time he saw me, he said skull, and everybody thought that was my name. And it went on from there.
Oh, my God, man. Well, listen, man. That's a name from hometown. I don't think, sometimes my name followed me to college. Did Skull follow you?
Oh, it did, because we had a couple guys from here ended up going up to Western. So.
Okay.
And they saw me, and there it was, Skull.
Oh, man.
Everybody looking like, what?
You ain't trying to denounce it, did you?
Nah, it is what it is.
Listen, man. I'm so excited to have you with me, man. Thanks for joining Truth Be Told today,
glad
man.
To be here.
It's something we talked about a little while ago, man. Actually, the first time we talked about it when you mentioned when you was at is it FAI? FAU. Sorry, FAU.
Yeah.
You said, now tell me if I don't know if this is true, but you said if we win and beat the Florida Gators, I'm coming on Truth Be Told. I told him what that nigga ain't coming.
Oh, man. Just shut it down right now.
My games like that, man. What's the problem, man? No, man. So happy to have you, man.
Yes,
hey, listen.
sir.
So I know City of Pamela, man. What does City of Pamela mean to you, man? I mean, you've been everywhere, but what does City of Pamela mean?
Pamela is everything, man. it made me. It made me who I am. The things you all see right now, it all started here. The way I work, the way I go about doing things, the way I treat people.
Yeah.
It all started here, man. Everything, and it haven't, like for me throughout that journey, it hadn't left. You know what I mean? It played a big part of every profession, every team, everything I've done. Palmetto played a big part of it in some way, some form, or fashion. You know, something I learned along the way helped me deal with the situation I have to go through.
Yeah, absolutely. And knowing, you know, it's definitely a blue collar city, little town.
Yeah.
Where it's, you know, people. It's not big city by any means,
Right.
by any stretch of the imagination. But the city of Palmetto, actually Manatee County, is one of the counties where we got a lot of pride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You come out of Manatee County being a baller.
Yes,
you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Your name gets mentioned
Yeah.
amongst the best of the best, right? Like yourself. Like this is that's an honor.
Yeah.
Right? When you talk about the sport game and what you've done and what you got accomplished. But tell me about this, and I'm gonna leave this alone after this.
Uh-oh.
I've been wanting to ask this question for a very long time, and now that you're on Truth Be Told, I can ask. You know what I'm saying? You went to Manatee High School, right?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
You know, Manatee High School, you graduated class of 94 under Coach Joe Canan on ward at number 15, right? I know at Manatee High School, the number 10 was a legendary number at the quarterback position, but you wore 15. And like you said, I'm like your buddy said, you know, you wasn't that big of a guy, real slim guy. But I can recall, man, there was a rival that was very prominent in the city. We always talk about the tracks, you know what I'm saying, and crossing the tracks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not that you was from West Braden, you know, we know how that Palmetto pipeline go.
Get it out, real.
But that's
Get it
right.
out.
Who was that?
Got to get it out.
Get it out, real.
Your senior year, all right, you guys had a fantastic year, you know, but you did have to face them boys. And when I say them boys,
Uh-oh. Who
Southeast
that was?
Seminoles,
Okay.
Southeast Seminoles.
Yeah.
All
That was
right.
my junior year, your senior year.
Yeah.
I mean, we won. I mean, Southeast won that game. What I want to ask you though, because I always heard this, you know, in our week leading up to the game, Coach Laser made it a point. Hey, they're option team. Whenever that quarterback gets the ball, I don't care what happens. Give, run, pitch. He needs to be 15. Needs to be on the ground. One of my D linemen came by and told me, man, that nigga there crying. He over there crying. He over there crying. You know what I'm saying? He over there crying. I guess he getting hit too much. Is there any truth to that?
I don't think you ever seen Willie cry.
Oh,
Especially when
set
it
it
comes to
straight,
football.
man.
Hey, it is.
Set it
we-
straight.
We lost.
Yeah.
But you damn sure ain't seen me cry. You know what I mean? You know, you probably see me pissed off.
Yeah.
You ain't see me cry. And
Oh, boy.
Oh man,
I go back to those games and think about it. I don't remember getting hit.
yeah.
I know. I don't remember running a lot, but
Yeah.
I don't remember getting hit. I always knew that was going to be a battle. You know, we played that game. That game was going to be different than any other game. I don't care what you did all year long.
Yeah.
You know, it's at the end of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Both teams are pretty much who they are.
Yeah.
You know, and you can throw out the record.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, that night, you got across the street, people standing on the house watching that game. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
Yeah, that
It was
used to
just, that was that battle. That was like one of those things when you was in Little League, you couldn't wait to get to Manatee or Southeast
Yeah.
just
There
to
you
play in
go,
that
yeah.
game.
To play in
You
that
know,
game, yeah.
You know, so that was a battle. And you bring up that senior year. We lost my junior year too, so I have this little disdain for Southeast High School because I ain't beat them as a starter. As a starter on the varsity, they beat me both. Well, Peter beat us.
Yeah.
Both years. He put a rabbit out the hat. Both times it's like, man, this dude just find a way to come up.
just
You
find
know,
a
I
way.
can remember. I can remember that senior year, that game. We had y'all too. We were up.
You up?
You know, and it was 4th and 1.
You decided to punt.
Yes, I like, coach, man, let's just run a quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
And just go to quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
How we gonna punt it? Not to him. You know, and I'm sure like coach wanted us to punt it out of bounds, and it's just one of those things where punt it in, punt it out of bounds.
Yeah.
And Pete, I'm sure Peter was back there like, no, he didn't. And the rest of us were like, no, he didn't.
No, he
you know,
didn't.
and kicked it to him, and it was a wrap. You got to be kidding me.
Wow.
So it was 4th and 1. I was at that game, but I can't remember all the details. So it was 4th and 1.
It was 4th and 1.
Okay. Well, where y'all was at on the field? Y'all was on y'all.
It was on that side of the field. It's like on a 40-yard line or so, you know. And it was late in the game.
Yeah.
We get the first down, game's over with.
Yeah.
And
We run
Chevy
out
was
the
a running
clock.
back, right?
Yeah.
He was good for 1 yard,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
I mean, we could have ran quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
And got that. You know, but
Trying to play it safe.
and now that I'm a coach, I'd have did the same thing.
Yeah.
You know,
You would
Depending-
have punted?
You would have punted?
I probably would have. Yeah, because of who we were playing against.
Yeah.
I would have punted too.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of times it depends on how that game is going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the coach make a decision like that, you know, but you thinking, okay, we punt down there, they got to drive the whole field to score.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the chance of that happening is not, you don't have a high chance of doing that. You know, you ain't thinking, again, we think we're going to punt the ball and punt it out of bounds down there.
Yeah.
We had a bad punt, went to the wrong guy.
Yeah. And that-
It's a wrap.
that was
So a bad punt from Manatee's view, but a great punt from Southeast view.
Golly.
I'm sure Pete was back there. Like, thank you. It was one of those things. Everybody ran over there, and Pete ran the other way.
Yeah.
So Willie, make something with it right quick. We can stay right here right quick. When you became a quarterback, you was a quarterback in Little League too. You played for the Eagles or the Trojans?
The Eagles. I played for the Palmetto Eagles.
Eagles.
There was no
So
Trojan
you
there.
played quarterback from day one.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you this story. So I was actually an offensive guard when I first went out there, and our quarterback was too old to play on our level, so he had to move up to the next level.
Okay.
And coach was sitting there. We were sitting around. He's like, "Do anybody play quarterback?" Put my hand up fast. I ain't want to play O-line no more. I ain't want to play O-line. I was small, man. They had me at O-line. I ain't played quarter in my life. I played in the hood playing thumb up,
Right.
bust 'em out.
Yeah.
And that's how it all went down. And from that point on, I played
You was a
quarterback.
quarterback.
I wasn't going back to line. That's for sure.
Well, you just threw your hand up like.
Quick. I was the first one.
So basically, if you'd have said anybody play receiver, you'd have threw your hand up for that. You just
Gotta get off that line. I ain't want to be on
Anything
that
but
line.
the line.
and from that point on,
Yeah,
Willie,
from that point on, I played quarterback. From that point on, quarterback.
and you started at quarterback at Manatee for what, 2 straight years or 3?
2 years. 2
2
straight
years.
years. Yep. 2
So
years.
freshman and JV was quarterback.
Yep.
You was starting. on it.
Yep. Freshman year, and then sophomore year, moved up to varsity. I was Tommy's backup then. You know, and then junior senior year started there.
Yeah. Man, Willie, so you were number 15 after Tommy? Well, Tommy was number 10.
Yeah, Tommy was 10.
10.
Tommy went 15 in college.
Yeah.
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 15,
Okay. Dang, okay. Well, that's a crazy. Willie's
Okay.
Quick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Golly, man.
So you played up on the legendary coach, Hall of Fame coach, Coach Joe Canan. And, you know, I mean, we can go days and days about Coach and who he was as a person, but what did Coach mean to you? I mean,
Well, Coach Canan pretty much made me. That's when I started to understand the game better. Before I was just playing and running lines and things that Coach tell us to do, but really starting to understand the game from an organization standpoint. Just the way he went about running practice and things at Manatee was something I'd never been a part of, and he did it more like a college, how he did on the collegiate level, you know. And that was for me. It was great because it opened my eyes to so much more from the game standpoint and understanding the game, you know. So when it came to executing plays, I was able to do it better because I knew it better, you know, and I knew what he wanted out of it, you know. So, and that just made the game so much easier for me. So I go back to like the organization, and then not only Joe Canan, but I think the staff that he had there, because Frank Turner was, like to this day, Frank Turner and I still keep in touch and talk. You know, he was a great mentor, role model for me, and really taught me a lot of things as a player and as a person off the field as well. So I think, to me, that was one of the greatest gifts Coach, I mean, don't get me wrong, Coach Canan had a great football mind, but he also had a great mind of finding the staff to help him, like his vision and things that he wanted for Manatee, and he kept them around. Those guys didn't go. He had his staff was there with him for a long time. A big reason why that consistency was there.
yeah. You know, I look back at that, at your career, man, and as I was kind of doing a little bit of research, the fact that Coach Joe Canaan ran the option, that type of option. You know, give a shout out to those guys that did the pivot. I want to talk about a spot that maybe could have been a huge pivot for you. 2 years prior to your senior year, Western Kentucky was going through the state there in Bowling Green. They were going through a budget reduction of like $6 million. So that program that they had there was in a space of, we don't know if we're going to have a football program or not. At that time was around the time that you were a senior. And the coach at Western Kentucky was kind of, I mean, the team was in shambles, didn't know what was going to happen. Coach Son decided to join the coaching staff. And he decided to join the coaching staff without pay. He was a starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears. And that guy walked onto Manatee High School campus your senior year. And he shared with you the interest of you coming to Western Kentucky to play football for Jack. What was that conversation like? What was your thought process? Kind of what led you to? And it was in that meeting point of meeting Jim, that started something totally different. I know you had no idea what's going to happen.
No. Tell you how it all started. I remember coming home from track practice. We were living in Oakwood then.
Okay.
Over the apartments. And I got home and my sister was like, a guy by the name of Jim Harbaugh called you from Western Kentucky University. And asked would you call him back. You know, back then you didn't have no long distance. Had to go to payphone and call collect. So as I'm going to the payphone, I'm thinking, Jim Harbaugh. Like, all I know is Chicago Bears, Jim Harbaugh. I never heard that name before anywhere else. Man. I'm like, that can't be him. You know, he playing in the NFL. You know, so I call, and I ask, can I collect call from Willie Taggart, whatever, and Jim answered the phone, and he asked me if I knew who he was. And I was like, the only Jim Harbaugh I know played for the Chicago Bears. He's like, that's me. And I'm like, yeah, right. And so he explained to me kind of like how he got on the staff, basically how you explained it there. You know, they were going to have a cut. They had a budget cut. They lost some coaches. And Jim tells the story how he was driving through because Jim had an off-season home in Orlando.
Okay.
So he was driving through Bowling Green, Kentucky, went in the office, seen his dad, head down on the desk, like, what are you doing here? You should be out recruiting. And Dad explained kind of what was going on with the school. And Jim was like, no, we don't do that. That's not you. That's not who you are. You know what I mean? He's like, what if I come on and be a coach? And Jack was like, well, whatever. You know, I can't pay you whatever. You don't have to pay me. So at the time, Jim's brother, John, Coach Harbaugh at the Ravens, he was working at Cincinnati. So John was able to give Jim some recruiting scout reports on some kids. So he just asked for some scout report from I-4 all the way over to this area on guys. And Jim just went through them, and Coach, they needed a quarterback, went through and looked at all the schools, and he saw me. I ran the option, whatever, so picked up the phone and called me. And then, like I said, I called him back. He put his dad on the phone. Dad explained to me, that's Jim Harbaugh. That's the one you talking about. I'm like, whoa. And so he was like, well, I'm going to come down to your school on Tuesday to see you. And I said, all right, cool. Again, I ain't really believe it.
Yeah.
You know, I think I told Chevin.
Yeah.
I told Coach Canaan or whatever. I said something to Coach Canaan because I want him to check it out. And so he checked it out. He's like, well, his dad is the head coach, but I don't say anything about him being a coach on the team or whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I said, well, he said he's gonna be here Tuesday, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And so and that the same year, Chevin missed the football that year and all, and went in the lunchroom, just chilling, eating lunch, and sure enough, Jim Harbaugh walking in the lunchroom. I'm sitting there like, oh shit, it's Jim Harbaugh. You know, I'm like, he for real, like.
That's real,
And
right.
he came over and dapped me. Now I'm the big man on campus.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
So I'm feeling good.
Football.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so then we go to the field house and we talk, watch a little film and everything, and then we come out. By the time we come out, man, it's probably about 25, 50 people outside the field house wanting autographs and stuff.
Yeah.
Jim, again, I'm standing right beside him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm feeling, you know.
Yeah.
So then we talked. He actually came over, did a home visit, which was great. Like, you know, here's a guy in NFL in Palmetto, NFL quarterback in Palmetto.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember at the time I told my dad, like, look, whatever you do, don't take him up to Speedy. All right, don't do that, man. We can't do that. Yeah, we can't do that, man.
Ain't gonna see Ali today.
Like we can't do that. I don't want to be up on ESPN or nothing like that, right? And sure enough, what did he do? Take him up.
Take
to
on.
Speedy. And it's cool because Jim was up there like he had been around. Like
That's what's up.
I mean, it was like it was so cool, like to have someone of his caliber come in our hometown.
Yeah.
Not afraid to act like he'd been here. Everybody was like, man, cool, throwing the football with him and everything. You know, by this time we had to move to Newtown.
Okay. Okay.
You know, so he had came over, throwing the football in the backyard. People ride by, see him, was like, "Oh, Jim Harbaugh, don't go nowhere. I'll be back." They go get some.
Yeah.
You know, so it was cool from that standpoint. But when you got a chance to talk to him, you know, again, I'm from Palmetto. I hadn't been around nobody like that before. You always assume what they like and things, but when you got a chance to talk to him and listen to the things that he had to say and the vision they had for you, it was like the first time where somebody really genuinely did that for me and helped me see that, you know, and he was just so real, man. And for me at the time, it was like I had other options and places where I can go, but it's like for me, I needed to go somewhere where somebody was going to look out for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't about just going to I knew who I was.
Right.
They wasn't about going to this and that school. My mom and dad looked at me for me my entire life.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to go to school.
Yeah.
I need somebody. I need
look out
that.
for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. I can play football, but I'm gonna need that help. And so when I got that, when I was talking to him and he was going through it all, I was like, man, you know what? This sounds like a good place for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when I went up there and visited and got around his dad and his mom and just see how serious they were about the student athlete, not just the football player. It was like, man, you know what? This is where I need to be. You know, and then like Jim and our relationship took off from that point on. I remember I tell everyone, I tell the recruits when I was a head coach in college and recruiting, I always tell them the story, like the one conversation I had with Jim changed my life. And I try to have the same conversation with every young person and the older person that I meet. It's like we sat around, we was in my house in Newtown, and Jim asked me, what do you want to do when you get older? I said, I want to be a millionaire. And so he was like, and he said, in order to be a millionaire, you got to hang around millionaires. He said, a broke dude can't teach you how to be a millionaire.
Come on now.
And
That's the truth.
that changed my life.
That's
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was like something that simple. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
You ain't think about it because you ain't around millionaires. But
Yeah.
but he also said a millionaire ain't gonna just let anybody hang around him. You gotta be a good dude too.
You right
to be
now.
around, right? So he's saying this, and I'm saying like, damn. I mean, it makes so much sense to me. I'm like, man, I don't know no damn millionaire. You know what I mean? And so
That's the problem right there.
exactly right. I don't know one. And then I thought about, man, this dude right across from me just told me this. He a millionaire.
There you go.
You know what I mean? So
It
That's
clicked
what
to you at that moment?
at that moment.
At that moment.
At
Like,
that
I
moment.
need to be around him.
At that moment. Everything I did from that point on, I was around Jim Harbaugh. I didn't go to Black Beach Week and Daytona and all that during the spring break. I was with Jim.
around $1 million.
I was learning. I ain't do none of that. Y'all ain't see me in none of that stuff.
I did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was so. It was one of those things, though, like just hit you, like, man. It just made so much sense. You know what I mean? And me and Jim became the best of friends. He was the best man at my wedding. I was in his wedding, and his dad has been like a father figure for me ever since.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
the whole family just kind of brought me in and
Dang, man. That's,
treated me. It just, but it was one of those things too. Like like when I got to college, I started playing for Jack, and that's when I learned football, like X's and O's and offensive line play, and that's when I learned offensive line play. That's when everything just changed for me from a football mental standpoint to understanding that part. But it was all because of Jack. He taught me all that while I was playing. And I think by my junior year in college, I went to him and told him I wanted to coach. You know, I said, I know what I want to do. This is what I want to do. And it was more because of what he had done for me.
Yeah.
He's like, if he can change my life like this, I can only imagine the lives that I can change doing the same thing.
So
you know?
true.
You know, so that's kind of how it all started for me from a coaching standpoint, and my relationship with the Harbaughs. It all started back when Jim came here, and just those little words, you know. And it was.
That's crazy.
It was. I always tell people this. It was two things. It was that one, you know. In order to be a millionaire, you got to hang around millionaires. Broke dude can't teach you how to be one. That was one thing he said. And the other thing Jim said is, he's like, if people aren't laughing at your dreams, they're not big enough.
That's a good one there.
And that stood out to me.
Wow.
You know, even like when I used to always tell my boy, like when I started coaching, I used to always say, I'm gonna be the head coach of Florida State one day.
Wow.
That was my goal. That was my thing.
Yeah.
And get what they did?
Yeah.
Laugh.
Yeah.
Man, them boys, them people ain't hiring you up there, boy. That's what they did.
Yeah.
You know, and when it happened, I couldn't wait to call my boy.
Yeah.
Told y'all.
Told y'all.
But it was like those two things just stood out to me. And I think sometimes we take those little things we hear, we take them for granted. Instead of like embracing them and just staying with it, you know, and those two things I think really helped shape and change my life.
But you know what? You know how they say God work in mysterious
Mysterious
ways?
ways, yeah.
Okay, Willie. When y'all won state, okay, you had Mr. Football on your team, Chevy.
We won state and we lost state.
Y'all won, okay, what year you won state?
We won my junior year and we lost my senior year.
But you went state back to back. Won one, lost one. Okay. But when you was coming out of high school, where did you want to go? Like I know you the quarterback of Manatee High School. Y'all the one state and one lost state. So
Florida State.
was you highly recruited?
Not highly, because I ain't had a grade like that.
You had a grade.
Yeah.
So Florida State was the one that you
I wanted to go there, you know what I mean, but couldn't get there. And I could have went to Nebraska with Chevy up there and do that. But again, that wasn't for me. You know what I mean? Again, I know if I went somewhere where they didn't look out for me, it was going to be hard for me.
Yeah.
I would have been right back here in Palmetto.
Yeah.
Well, see, the reason I'm asking you that because for you to have a mindset like that at that young age, because, you know, coming up playing high school football at Manatee High School and at Southeast, when we have successful seasons, we want to go big time because they look good and sound good in front of everybody else.
Right.
For you to have a mindset back then and say, you know what, man, I'm just trying to go somewhere that's good for me. A lot of times we try to go somewhere that's good for everybody else and look good.
Yeah.
Like if you'd have went to Nebraska, that'll sound good. Willie Taggart going to Nebraska, that would sound good to us. But for you to have a mindset, be like, man, look, I want to go somewhere that'll work for me. And God sent you a situation that worked from you, and you seen it. You seen the gift. Because a lot of times people have gifts in front of them and don't see it. Well, you seen it. From a young age, you're like, man, this is a conversation I need.
I think I just been blessed with situations that come up, but I've also taken advantage of those situations that came. You know, like me being the youngest of 5, learning so much from my older siblings, things good and bad. You know, I think that helped shape me along the way in making decisions, more mature decisions.
Okay.
You know what I mean, before they called me Scub, my nickname was Man.
Man,
That named my mom and all them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's just like, you always been that little man. You always carried yourself like that.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But it was just like, and like when it came to football, it was no one can tell me I wasn't good. You know what I mean? I was so confident in myself. I didn't care how big I was. I knew I can play football with the best of them. So, like, during that time, it was like, I figured I was going to play football. I was going to do my thing wherever I go. And again, we all want to go to the bigger schools. I mean, everybody do. But for me, whether it's a bigger school or not, I wanted to go somewhere where they gonna look out for me. That was the key. Like I can do all the other shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know how to do a lot of the adult shit. And then I ain't never been away from home.
Right.
Yeah.
And now I'm finna go away from home.
Yeah.
And no, bro, it don't work that way.
Yeah.
Hell, my mama's still making my bed at times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so that part, and it was like the best thing that ever happened to me. You know what I mean?
But I know you had dreams of going to the NFL.
Absolutely.
You know, coming out of high school, we feel like the closest thing, the fastest way to get to the NFL, go to those big Power 5 schools. So when you went to West Kentucky, you still had that dream, even though you know West Kentucky school wasn't that.
I did, and I just knew I was going too, because I had done broke all the records. They couldn't hold me. I was balled. I got my jerseys on side of the state, retired on side of the stadium at school. I broke all. I just knew I was going. Man, draft day came. I'm sitting at the crib waiting like, man, I'm gonna get a call. I'm gonna get a free agent or something. I'm gonna get something. And I sit there and it just go by. Then I get a call. And I don't know the number. I'm like, oh, maybe this it. I answer the phone. Yes, can I speak to Willie Taggart? I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, Willie, this is something. He couldn't even help himself. He was joking, right? He had to start laughing before he got into it.
No.
It was Jim. Jim Harbaugh. You know what I mean? It was Jim.
Sir, Jim.
You know, when he was calling to see if I had heard anything from anybody and all, I was like, come on.
Come on, Jim. Not right now.
And it's crazy because, like, when that happened, it's crazy. You talk about, like, we all have moments in our life that can be defining. And all the decisions that you make when it comes to that. So, for me, I didn't go to the NFL. Coach Harbaugh, Jack Harbaugh, he said, look, I got a limited earnings job. Right. I got a limited earnings job you can have now and start your coaching career if you want to. Or you can try to keep working out and try to make a team. He said, but I need an answer by August. You know what I mean, rather to do it. And so for me, like when I left Palmetto and I went to college, there's only 3 things I wanted to accomplish. I wanted to be the first in my family to graduate from college, which I ended up doing in 4 years. And then I wanted to buy my mom and dad a house. And the only way I thought I was going to be able to do that is go to the league. That's what we talked about. That was the only way I can do that. And then I wanted to find my wife. Those were the only 3 things I wanted. You know, so I had them graduated. Had them find my wife. Trying to get onto a team so I can get my mom and dad this house. You know what I mean? So it's like I got 2 of the 3. Yeah. Right now I need another. So I had went down and worked with Tampa Bay Lightning for a little bit. We're gonna try and make that team. And I was like, man, this not me. It's like I gave my all. I gave 100. I ain't take no shortcuts or anything, and it just didn't happen for me. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm proud of my career, everything I've done. And then I started thinking about it. It's like, man, I need to get a damn job. You know what I mean? Or I'm gonna just have one of these 2 things. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna have that wife. You know what I mean? You know, so I was getting married that June. So I said, you know what, Coach, I'm gonna go ahead and take the job. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I just started coaching that year. Got married. That first year made $11,000 that year.
Yeah.
Wow. It just boom, but it started to take off quick. Cause like out of my 3rd year, Coach made me the offensive coordinator there. And then the 4th year, we won the 1AA national championship.
So
as the offensive coordinator,
yes.
So you got a championship. You do.
Oh yeah.
So you do have a college championship.
Oh yeah. And so that was key. That was key though. Like for my career, it's like it's funny. We win. I'm 25 years old at the time now. We win national championship, 1AA national championship, and then Jack Harbaugh retires, and so he retires, and then the AD and the president came to me and said they wanted me to interview for the job.
They came to you?
Yes. Said they wanted me to interview for the job. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? I'm 20. I knew I wanted to be a head coach one day, but I thought they were gonna be later on.
Not so soon.
Not 25 years old. Yeah. And so they actually interviewed me and our defensive coordinator. You know, and defensive coordinator was older. He had been the coordinator longer and been there, and so, but they brought me in there, interview, man. It was bad. I was bad. First of all, I went in there with this big ass suit on that didn't fit right. You know what I mean? I went in there. I've been hearing all these stories about what it takes, like when you go in the interview. You gotta have these books and stuff. Man, I tried to put a book together, man, and it was poop, but man, it was bad, man. Then I'm sitting there like hands sweating when they ask me questions, like It was bad, man. It was bad, but I ain't know what to expect or nothing like that. And then when I walked out that door, then I said, man, I'm gonna make it hard for them to tell me no next time. You know what I mean? Because what it did for me at that moment, it was like I needed to start thinking of myself as a head coach. If they think that much of me to bring me in here,
right?
I need to start thinking that way of myself. So that from that point on, I started to try to do things to help me elevate me to get to that position. Now, it was frustrating because when I left out of there, they ended up hiring a D coordinator. And the D coordinator took the offense coordinator position from me and gave it to his buddy. You know what I mean?
So
Come to find out, he was ticked off that I interviewed too for the job. You know what I mean? So,
you was on staff with
oh
him?
Yeah. We were
Yeah,
tight.
so he was
We were
the
tight.
offensive coordinator, and that was a defensive
So
coordinator.
when he took it away, what
I stayed.
You stayed, but
Yeah.
what position you?
I was quarterback coach, assistant head coach.
Okay.
During that time.
Okay.
You know?
And y'all was tight.
Oh yeah. We thought we were.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was just like I bring that up because, again, it's just another part of the story. Like a lot of people don't realize. Like I was a coordinator, and I had it taken away from me, and I was frustrated. I was pissed. Like I wanted to fight him. Like, bro, you stopped my growth.
Yeah.
And things,
Absolutely.
you know. And again, it's great having great mentors to help keep you in line. You know, Jack Harbaugh whenever I had an issue, I pick up a phone, call Jack. I feel like I can solve the world.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I
Yes,
did
sir.
with him.
Yes,
I
sir.
feel like I can solve any problem.
Yeah.
So call Jack, and he's like, man, that's your alma mater. Coach them guys up. Do what you do. You know, Jim or John to get a job, and you know they want to hire you if they ever get a job or something. Just stay.
Stay
So,
course.
so I stayed there, and then I said, okay, let me help myself professionally. So I did an internship with the Oakland Raiders.
Okay.
And that was awesome, just going there and learning just football in a whole different manner. Okay. So I did that in 2002. That's the same year they played the Bucks. And the Bucks won the championship. So, and actually that's the same year we won the national championship that year.
Okay.
So I did that internship, and then probably like 2 years later, I did one with the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles, which really changed the game for me, like changed everything for me. Like a lot of things I did from an organizational standpoint was a lot of things I learned from Andy Reid and things they did there. I'm gonna back real quick. I got a little ahead of myself on this little journey. So I'm at Western Kentucky as an assistant, and then John Harbaugh invited me up to the combine to come and just network and meet people and all. And again, I'm trying to get an internship. So I'm at the combine with John and Jim. We walking around. Jim just retired. He's finna get into coaching.
Okay.
And so Jim at the combine too to meet people and try to get in. So Jim had a meeting with Al Davis late on in that day to talk about one of their quality control jobs, right? So we had the combine. John taking me around. He introduced me to GMs, presidents of team, the head coaches of team, and tell him like, yeah, Willie works at Western Kentucky, works for my dad, quarterback, and he's looking to get an internship. So he take me. This at the time, John was with the Eagles at the time. So he take me to go meet Andy Reid. Okay. We meet Andy Reid. He tell Andy Reid that I want to get an internship, and at the time I had gold in my mouth, you know, from the crib. You know what I mean? So I had gold in my mouth, right? So,
How many?
I had two open faces in my mouth. So And then John had told me, like, after I left, John had told me, talk with Andy, which I love to. He said, but it'll be hard for me to go to the owner and tell him I want to hire somebody with gold in his mouth. Like that. He said, it'd just be a hard conversation, right? I said, don't worry about it, Coach. that was on Sunday. Tuesday,
It was
Out of there.
they were gone.
It would go by Tuesday.
Hold on, Willie. I'm gonna go back a little bit. You go to that store. When you put gold in your mouth? When you was in high school?
Oh yeah, I'm Palmetto. That's what we do.
Right.
You know, that's what we do. You know?
Yes,
But,
okay.
So yeah, I got that out quick. You know what I mean? And then he ended up giving me an internship there. I got it out and I ended up getting one there. And man, it just changed everything, the whole trajectory, networking, meeting people, and then everything just started to take off from that point on. You know, and then Jim ended up getting a job at Stanford. Yeah. And I went out to Stanford and for 3 years with him and helped get that going again. And then I left Western, and for 3 years they had went going down. They went like on a 20-game
over
losing
12 by 1 year.
They went on a 20-game losing streak.
Yeah.
You know, so
When you went to Stanford, what position you was coaching in?
running backs.
Running back then?
I was coaching Toby
I was gonna
Gerhardt.
say Toby. What is it?
Gerhardt.
Gerhardt. He didn't win out. He didn't win out.
Nah, he should have, but your
Yeah,
boy
that
won.
year they were
Your
talking
boy
about
from
he
Bama.
should've
Your boy from Bama won it. The running back.
Richardson? Not Richardson.
Not Richardson.
Ingram.
Yes, Ingram.
Ingram won.
Yep. So we go out there, turn Stanford around, a great year, and then they end up firing the coach at Western, and the same president, same AD, hit me up, wanted me to come interview. Again, same house, president house, same chair, everything. It about 6 years later, 6, 7 years later. So I go in there. This time it's totally different, Bob.
Yeah.
Totally. Hey, wait. I keep getting ahead of stuff.
No, we hanging,
We gonna get
man.
that. We gonna get back to that.
We
So
hanging.
while I'm at Stanford, again, part of that whole professional development, what I was doing, like I ended up doing they had the NCAA had this that's minority coaching academy that they'll bring in like 25 minorities around the country and come in, and they'll have ADs and presidents and different people to come in and talk to the coaches and what it takes to be a head coach. You know what I mean? You don't learn that just on a daily basis. And we were there, and the AD that's at Michigan right now, the University of Michigan, Ward Manuel, he was the AD at Buffalo at the time. He came in and spoke to us, and he was like, you always hear the story that they're not giving blacks opportunity to get jobs, and they make it hard for black. You keep hearing those excuses all the time. He's like, that's a bunch of crap. He's like, man, these coaches are getting opportunities. The problem is they losing a job on the interview. You know what I mean? And I just thought back to me when I was 25 years old. Them people brought me in there to interview, and I wasn't ready.
Right.
you weren't
Right.
ready.
And it was like when he
He
was
wouldn't hire you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when he said that, I'm like, damn. You got one of those moments again,
Yeah,
like when
yeah,
Jim
yeah,
said,
yeah.
I'm like, man, he talking to me.
Yeah.
I literally in there, I wasn't ready, and I probably would have had a job because they asked me to come in there. It ain't like I went for the job.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? And so from that moment on, I had a little spiral notebook, just like that. Just like that. And I titled it a Willie Taggart Coach Football Team. And every day from that point on, I wrote in it. If I saw some on a TV commercial or heard another coach say something that like was just was good, I wrote it down. I would sit there sometime and I'm just thinking, okay, what my staff would be like.
Yeah.
I started doing that. How much I'll pay my staff. I just wrote everything in that book. When I say everything, everything. Remember when I told y'all before I heard these stories how you got to have a booklet and stuff, you go in there?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't need no booklet. I can articulate everything in that book that I needed because I was on it every day. Like, I didn't need to go back in it. I can just.
Every day.
And so this time when I go back and interview, it was no
Right.
It wasn't none of that. It was. I was sitting out there like this now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You were
sir.
ready.
Yes,
Just
sir.
totally ready for it, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And ended up getting the job, and then pretty much the rest was history from there. You know what I mean? But it was
Crazy.
it's been pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would say so. You got something?
Go ahead, real.
So, amazing job. You know, the fact that you went back to Western Kentucky. From Western Kentucky, you ended up getting, once again, kind of well, I don't know this. Did they come at you when in the USF position? All right. So you was presented again with another opportunity with a program that was struggling at the time. One neat thing about that program, when you talk about the book and your book, and you know you have a whole opportunity at Western Kentucky, getting experience as a head coach. Moving forward, now you're getting recruited to another program at USF. When you got to USF, I wouldn't say that program was in good shape. But what I can say is, I think you put a lot of people on notice about who Willie is, what Willie can do, and it was proof in the pudding of how you went from that first year to ending up with a program that was 10 and what, 2? 11 and 2?
Yeah.
That's amazing, right? You put together a coaching staff. One thing I heard, and I want you to talk about this, Willie. You end up bringing Coach Canan onto the coaching staff. Under what title was that?
Coach came on, what do we have? I think he was like an analyst for us. Offensive analyst for us.
Coach, I don't like when people say, I'm just be honest, Coach. I don't like when people say, well, it didn't get like that until Coach Canan got there, Coach, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't willing to accept that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want people to look at, I didn't like that people were mentioning that, saying those type of things when you work your butt off to get a program to where it was. That experience at USF, though, what did that teach you as a head ball coach? And taking, what conference was that? American Conference?
American Conference.
Taking that program, and you won it. Did you win it, or you lost that one?
No, we didn't win it that year. I think
Okay.
Houston won it that year.
Okay. But one thing, your offense was wide open. I can say that, boy. God darn.
Yeah.
And you got you had the perfect quarterback.
Man, we had everything.
Yeah.
Wide
Every-
receivers.
We had a track team playing football everywhere. Everybody. It's so many of them still playing in the league now.
That's right. That's
A
right.
lot of them.
So, Coach, how was that kind of, because you got to get some good players in there, right? So, and a lot of those guys were from Florida.
Probably about 90% of them.
Coach, how did you do that? Like, because you had to compete with the big dogs, you know, and I would say some of those guys were probably, you know, they were looked over for whatever reason, but you recognized the talent in them, got them on the team, and you did a great job. So how was that?
It was cool. I mean, all these jobs I've taken over, I mean, they all been interesting. There's always something there that's, you know what I mean, other than FAU, all of them have been down, and you got to find a way to get them back. Not only was South Florida was down, you know, but part of the reason I took the job, they were in the Big East. And at the time, the Big East, you win the Big East, you could get to play for a Power 5 championship, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, you can go down there, we can recruit, we got all the talent in the world, and you win the Big East, you can be playing for a national championship right there in Tampa. You know, so that was a big reason of taking the job. But when I got the job, probably about 4 months later, the Big East exploded, and it went to the AAC. That was totally different now.
Yeah.
The perspective of South Florida, everything was different than what it was. You know what I mean? So, and those things don't get talked about. So that took a while to, like, again, get it going again, get people excited about it again. People, not only wasn't good, but then you leave, you drop down a conference. Everybody like, man, like, it's not what
As far as the players, right?
players in the community, everybody they wanted. You know what I mean? It was in the Big East, and Coach Levitt had done an awesome job there. You know what I mean? He did a wonderful job. So, and those people are so passionate about it. You know how we are around here in the Bay Area. Passionate about football. So, that part. So, I think when it came down to South Florida, just having a plan, you know, to get it back right. Yeah. And we had a plan It took longer than we thought. I think part of it took long because of the transition from the Big East to the AAC. That was things ain't what they are now. You can't just go grab this and that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to actually recruit people and develop them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you come down and you like putting a plan together. How are we gonna get this program back right? And for me, what we did was we picked like the 6 surrounding counties of Tampa.
Okay.
And we said, this is our in-state.
Okay.
This is what we consider. We're going to recruit the hell out of our in-state.
Okay.
And everywhere else in the state of Florida, our out-of-state.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But we still in the state.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now we'll go to Georgia because we know good football players there. Or we
Yeah.
have things. We'll go to Georgia and bring some guys in. But that was our philosophy. And if you look at our team, majority of our team was from this Bay Area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I think it helped being from the state of Florida, understanding where to go to get guys. Like you have teams that are outside the state of Florida, they'll come in here, they'll just go to Tampa, they'll go to Miami, they go to big city. They don't want to drive and go up in the country and go see the real war daddies at. You know what I mean? And so understanding that part of it and going and finding those guys that love football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Love football and then love the Bay Area. Wanted to be home, wanted to be a part of something like that. And all those guys that we brought in there, they bought into that. You know, and it was pretty cool, to be honest with you. Just I mean, walking out of the locker room, walking out of the office and seeing them guys in the dang parking lot about 20 deep playing rock, paper, scissors. Competing.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is crazy. But they just love being around each other, having fun with each other. And you talking about why we made a difference, that was a big part of it, just recruiting the right kind of people and then having a good staff too to help with that. When you talk about Coach Canan coming on, Coach was an analyst for us, and big reason hiring Coach. I mean, of course, Coach knows football. You know what I mean? Everywhere I've been, I've had somebody like that to understand that. But Coach Canan and Coach Hope, who was my offensive line coach, had a great relationship. Coach Hope had played for Canan.
Okay.
And worked for him before, you know. So, and I had just hired Coach Hope. So I thought that would be good. Not only having Coach around to have some things to feed back off of, but also for Coach. I mean, you know, the line, man, that's a different breed down there.
Yeah.
Right.
But to have 2 solid guys at that position, which we needed help in anyways, made a huge difference for us. You know what I mean? And but it was good having Coach around.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
But it was so crazy. I'm glad Rio brought that up. Because we got in a big debate in the shop one time about that, Rio. I ain't going to say his name, but he was a sports writer for the Sarasota Tribune. He come in the shop. And we was talking Willie Taggart, South Florida. You had left South Florida then, but he was in here talking because he wanted to do a story on me and Cliff Rozier, but your name came up. He said, "Yeah, man. I'm just gonna go right to it. Yeah, Willie was about to lose his job. He had to get Coach Canan to save him. Now I let the man talk, and I got kind of defensive a little bit because I felt like he was trying to downrate everything that you done did.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk negative about Coach Canan because I know, if you're from Manatee County, you know Coach Canan is a great coach. And we do know Willie brought Coach Canan on because of his mind of coaching. We understand that. But I just felt like the man was taking all that what you did and just throwed it to the side.
That's what I'm talking
Coach
about.
Canan saved him. Coach Canan saved him. And then
I think that's one thing.
Look, I got kind of crunk a little bit, you know. I'm a ball every now and then I get crunk. I mean, I know we're going to get into the Oregon thing, but I said, all right, yeah, well, if Coach Canan saved him at South Florida, if that was Coach Canan offense and Willie didn't do nothing, I said, well, why Oregon didn't call Coach Canan then?
Well.
Nah,
You know, we're not talking bad about Coach Canan.
Yeah, but
just going back
no,
and forth.
yeah.
And we weren't arguing like physical, we were just arguing sports. But yeah,
I heard that too.
Yeah.
I know the report you're talking about.
I think I told you about that one time. When you came home one time, I think we talked about that here.
The one thing you learn, I will say this, man. One thing you learn as you go through this journey and this coaching and all that, man, you're gonna have that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And people want to be in the know. People want to talk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They want to have something. It's kind of like we talked about earlier. Sometimes negativity is what sells more than anything.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? I laugh at some of that, when I hear it sometimes. 'Cause
Yeah.
like for someone to not be in there and speak so passionately about it, I'm like, you got something wrong with you.
Something wrong, man.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
Yeah, man.
Now if Coach Canan was calling the plays and organizing all that, that'd be totally different. Coach wasn't doing that. Now Coach had some input, just like everyone else did. You know what I mean? But just to say it was just one person that did something, it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
I mean, I had some good coaches. More importantly, we had some good players.
Yeah.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
Yeah.
You look at the roster from year 1 to year 3, the roster had changed dramatically.
Dramatically.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yes, it
mean?
did.
And then
Yes, it
year
did.
3, those guys was just like puppies when they were balling. Now year 4, that's when
Yeah.
the year he came along, they were much older. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then, like I say, Coach was a big part of our game planning and things of that nature, which all of us are. We sit and watch film and have opinions, and then I call the plays.
That's awesome.
So
Man, Willie, boy, I'm tell you, boy, when you got that job as a head coach at West Kentucky, I was like in the shop. I was like, boy, I don't think Willie know how big that is. I said, I don't even think the county know how big. I said, boy, we got somebody from the hometown finna be a Division I football coach.
Yeah.
Tripping on that. And then when you got the job at South Florida, I'm like, man, hey, man.
Yeah.
I don't think the county know what's going on, boy.
Yeah, it was a little surreal.
It was so just to see that. 'Cause
Yeah.
coming up around here, man, we don't see that, man. Yeah, we see a lot of football players go off to college. We even see guys around here go to NFL. You know, but never see guys take your route. You know, and something real quick. I remember when you got the job at South Florida, you had a homecoming situation when you spoke at the Civic Center. Me and my son was there, me and Blake. I think Blake might have been 11 or 12. Willie probably don't remember this, but after it was over, Blake came up to you, and Blake said, "Mr. Taggart, what did it take to be a South Florida boy?" You probably don't remember that.
probably not.
Yeah, Blake had on a green Nike hoodie. Yeah, man, I got that picture. And long story short, he ended up being one too.
How about that?
Yeah,
crazy.
but after you had left, but
Yeah.
he was played
How
up
about
under
that?
Charlie Strong.
How about that?
Yeah, man.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That's what's up.
Well, here's the part that now, you took a Western Kentucky program that was struggling. You took a USF program that was struggling. And you rose them to a point where they were being respected and you were being respected as a head coach. You start getting all this attention. Right? You was that guy. You was that hot hire.
Yeah.
Like everybody wanted Coach Willie T. What was your thought process when Oregon came around? And like each level that you've been has been a step up.
Yeah.
And now you hit a program that, even amongst the young players, is very,
Hot.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can only look on YouTube and like, dang, I wish I had a little stake in the game. You know what I'm saying? But this was a reality that now these people are looking for you to come and join their program. Like, how was that, man? And how did that happen?
It was cool. Just remember now, like I always told you, like my goal when I started to coach, I wanted to be the head coach at Florida State.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of the decisions I was making was what was going to help me get to Florida State. You know what I mean? And we had success at South Florida. I just felt like I wasn't going to be able to get the job in Florida State from South Florida. I felt like I had to go prove myself at the bigger state, and then Oregon came along, and I felt like I was going to be out there for a minute. It was one of those things, Florida State, it was like, yeah, I'd be there, but I probably about 18 years down the road, because, hell, they only had 2 coaches in 40 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Right.
but I'm going out here to a damn good university, damn good program.
I'm talking about.
They win. Everything is aligned perfectly. Like, that's the one thing about Oregon that I think, as a young coach, probably didn't appreciate it as much. You learn as you keep going, but when you take these jobs, man, alignment is so important. Yeah. It is so important. And you got to be aligned from top down, from the trustees to the president, and the AD and the coach and the boosters. Everybody's got to be aligned right. If it's not, it ain't gonna work. I don't care how good you are and what it ain't gonna work. And at Oregon, it was aligned perfectly. Yeah. You know what I mean? And to go out there and that was cool too. I remember when the opportunity came up with Oregon. They had this law in the state of Oregon where it's kind of like the NFL Rooney Rule, where before you hire someone, you got to at least hire a minority. Interview a minority.
Okay.
Something before you do it. So I had a lot of colleagues like, man, don't do that. They just interviewing you just to interview. They ain't.
Yeah.
And see, to me, I don't think like that. Like that's not me. That's not how I got to where I'm at. I'm like, hell, I'm glad they got that rule because they're going to get me in front of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So interviewed there and did a great job, and they hired me. We went out there. I think they were coming off a 4-7 season that year, and just things off the field and things. It just wasn't the Oregon way, the way they had been doing things and winning. And you get there and you're saying like, man, they got some players, just some things off the field we had to get right, but you had a quarterback that was, I didn't really know it until I actually get there how good he was.
Yeah.
Whew.
Quarterback for Chargers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So you go out there and again, it was fun, man. Oregon was fun. It was good. It was just people so passionate. You know what I mean? It's like Oregon's like Alabama is to the state of Alabama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What it is like there, and then we started. I think the thing out there, like we started recruiting nationally, and they hadn't done that before.
Okay.
Before I had left, we were at the #1 recruiting class. Yeah. And it was things became totally different.
Yeah.
Everybody like, you can't recruit out of Eugene. We showed, yes, you can. You know what I mean? And start getting guys and then, like I said, we were winning, doing well. We did better. Herbert got hurt. You know what I mean? And when he got hurt, he was out for like 5 weeks, and I think we went like 1-4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because he was just that good.
Yeah.
And for you to say that, because you're a quarterback, you know what it takes.
But not just that good. If you he didn't have any receivers that year. We had to move defensive back. We had a freshman that started for a true freshman. We had a defensive back that we had 2 freshmen playing for the receiver. We had a defensive back we had to move over there to play. And the one receiver that we had, he was just young. He ended up being really good there, but he was just young at the time.
Yeah.
But this dude was just making so many plays. Like, he can make you look good, even if you're not. He gonna make you look good. And it was fun. But I say all that because it goes back to alignment. You know what I mean? From the top down, AD, president, everything was aligned perfectly.
Golly.
And then, we go through the year. I think we went 75. I think it was
75.
something like that. And then, Florida State came calling. You know what I mean? And that's one of those things. It can, you grow up, you have your dream job and places. And like for me, it was part of that journey. It was part of that vision. And they came calling, and I'm like, damn, I'm here to work. Got a damn good job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was tough. It was a lot of mixed emotions. You know what I mean? This is what you were working for, to be there, and part of it was like part of the side like, no, just stay here and just wait. The other side like, well, this is what you were working for, and it's like one of those situations, one of those opportunities to come up again in your life, and then I started thinking about, man, they only had 2 coaches in 40 years. This opportunity ever come back again.
Right.
I think because of all those different emotions, I made a decision without really making I ain't gonna say the best without going through the things you normally, the checklist
A rational
to
decision.
take a job. It made more of emotional. You know what I mean?
Because Florida State been on your mind ever since high school.
Right here.
Yeah.
Gators and Seminole playing, boy, it's going down around here.
Yeah.
You know, and
So just by that,
By
you
that,
just so excited that your dream is here.
everything was there.
And you wasn't checking off the boxes.
Right.
And
You
they
know?
wanted you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
They want you.
right.
All right. I mean, you
Golly.
still go back to high school where you wanted them.
Yeah.
I want you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Even in that, you know, you spoke about going to Western Kentucky, and the reason why is, you know, you knew this family was going to take care of you.
Yep.
It would have probably been a big decision. Florida State would have been knocking at your door, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Golly,
so
bro.
now it don't came right back
Yeah.
up
Came back.
where things are aligned. You in a spot where things are aligned, and now you make a decision. Do I go to the next level? Now I gotta be honest, Coach. I gotta be honest. You know, you talk about outside noise and talking to barbershop. You know, I went in the barbershop, but I was in my house. And I was like, Coach, don't do it. I was thinking, Coach, don't do it. Because now, you know, because I felt, hey, this is a perfect situation for you.
Yeah.
That's just where I felt. And I knew just, you know, I'm not in your position. So sometimes when you're not in your position, with everything that's going on in your mind, we can sit back and take a look at all those other things that's going on. You know, the alignment and you know, we know how coaching is anyways. It's a game of you got to win. If you don't win, you out. You know, and these people, I felt this was a good place for you. Just what they had going on. The decision was made. Coach, I saw your press conference. Man, you look good.
Well, hey,
Did.
I mean, I could. I don't know any other coach, maybe Bobby Bowles, maybe that had. I mean,
I was just
the
about to say that,
passion
boy.
Yeah.
that was
boy.
displayed was more than just. This is not just another job for you.
Right.
You know,
Just
it
about
was
to say
more
that,
than that
boy.
for you, man. And it just showed from the moment you stepped foot on that campus early that morning.
Yeah.
It just showed.
Yeah.
In your field of coaching, it's so finicky, man. You know, at the end of the day, the most important thing is winning, right? High school level. Sometimes I cringe at folks that want to come back home and coach in the high school level, especially if you're from the area, because it can go either way. You know, if you're winning, hey, we love you.
Yeah.
But if you losing, boy, hey, man, they going to talk about you like they don't even know you.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to Oregon, I want to feel night. Friend said, "Hey, Coach, we love you. You win or tie."
That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "You win or tie."
So
Win or tie.
I took, and a part of me wanting you to stay at Oregon, I just got to be honest, a part of me wanting you to stay at Oregon, when I heard the talks about Florida State, is because I take it just like home. If you go to A&T, it's going to be saying, because Florida State is home.
It's home.
This
It's
is home
home.
for
Yeah.
a lot of Florida State people that know you personally.
Yeah.
Right? So you go to Florida State, and, you know, you have, you've worked programs to the point where you in a winning situation. Even in Oregon, if your quarterback don't get hurt, bro, your season can look totally different than 7-5, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Totally different. You winning. You hot, Coach. You go to Florida State. You are a person that they call is a what they call a player's coach, right? And when I hear player coach, meaning this is Coach. You may have a different definition for this, but when I hear player coach, this is somebody that I don't, as a head coach, I can go approach. I can have a conversation. We can talk about anything. Coach laugh, we giggle. He's not a person that stands on top of a pedestal that I can't even touch.
Untouchable. Right.
I don't got no access
Right.
to that coach. But they said you were a player coach, and you just being who you are, right? First game of the season at Florida State of your tenure, the first thing I see, Boy, I see this the stands. I mean, they going crazy.
Yes, sir.
Coach, they
Yes,
going
sir.
crazy.
Boy, they
Coach,
rocking.
they shot you, you going crazy.
Yes, sir, boy.
You know what I'm saying? You
They
going
rocking.
crazy, right? So
It was different.
it's different.
It was different.
You know what I'm saying? That stadium was. I mean, the closest thing probably was Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
They rocking, boy.
They rocking.
They
You know what I'm
rocking.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had it on fire. The energy that you brought to the program. Jimbo Fisher left the program, go to Texas A&M, I believe. You know, it's various reasons why he left. You know, I don't know if it's the money. I don't know if he saw something happen in the program. I have no clue. But people say he didn't leave the program in good condition. So you're back again, taking a program that is not ideal, personnel-wise, maybe management-wise, staff-wise, but you coming into a program now, it ain't like you just stepping in now and we just full go. We got to work. One of your things was do something, right?
That is my thing.
Do
Not one of them,
something.
that is. That's it.
That's it.
It's blame no one, make no excuses, do something.
Do something.
That's how I live my life.
That's how you live it.
That's it.
Coach, first year of your program, you had one opportunity to get a recruiting class in that was started late in the process. I think you did a heck of a job finishing up with the amount of time that you had. Unfortunately, you weren't able to put together more recruiting classes, taking a program the state that it was in, and this part I don't like. For whatever reason, I don't feel like, I never felt that if you're going to give a guy an opportunity, give him a true opportunity, no matter what happens that first year. Even makes it even worse. You know what was going on campus when the man got
Prior to, right.
You know what I'm saying? Your dream job at some point start looking like a nightmare from the outside. I don't know what it looked like in the inside. From the outside, it started looking like a nightmare. You know, we in Braden, we in Palmetto, we start hearing just because the season's not going the way that it's going, man, get Coach Taggart out of there, man. What the elf, man, he elfing up the whole program. But when people are taking those stabs and stuff like that, and they don't know what's going on, right? And they talking. We got some true Florida State fans here. You may have heard some of the rumbles from some personal people.
How could you not hear the rumbles?
Yeah.
You heard them from everybody.
Everybody, right?
Yeah.
This may be the first time you have experienced this type of adversity on this level. But how did you navigate that? Like, when I rode Rocky, man, you trying to steer that thing on the right path, and you got this against you and that against you, but you still trying to make it right. Like, I know you got the Harbaughs that I know you reached out to them. Like, but Coach, how were you in that moment in space when this is your dream job, Coach, and now it is not going anything remotely close to what you outlook this whole scenario to be?
I think, first of all, when you get into coaching, you understand what it is. You know what I mean? So it's nothing. If you're surprised by anything when it comes to coaching, shame on you. You know what I mean? When you sign a contract, and it says it goes both ways for both parties. So you know that. You know, and then when you take over jobs, you better do some kind of research. If you don't, then again, shame on you. So it's like I knew the issues at Florida State and what needed to be done, and had a plan to get it done. You know, the plan wasn't as fast as some may want it to be, but we had a plan to get it done, and it didn't happen fast enough. You know, when you think about Florida State, though, it's a prideful program. It's a passionate program, passionate fan. Again, a reason why you want to be there. You have all those things that it takes to win from that standpoint. Passionate fan base. You can recruit. You know what I mean? In the ACC, you have a lot of those things that you can do. So you understand that. Again, like I said before, they only had 2 head coaches in 40 years. And both of them had won a national championship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things hadn't been going as well. And I just joined it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I joined the not so well part, hoping and thinking that we're going to get it turned around. You know, and you put all that on top of passionate people that's used to winning, seeing things. They didn't know what it like to lose in the way it looked. So, again, the way I look at a lot of it is they didn't know how to respond to that either because they never been in that position before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I don't get mad at anybody or anything. I just understand, like, some folks didn't understand what it was going to take, and it was going to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
It wasn't, when I took over, it wasn't like it is now where I can just go grab somebody.
Right.
Out of Portland.
Different
No,
situation then,
You
yeah.
had to develop some guys.
Yeah.
You had to recruit them and develop them.
Yeah.
And
You know what I
fans
mean?
wasn't trying to wait
no,
for that.
they ain't trying to wait
No.
on that. You know what I mean? So you try to do it the best way you can. And you try to stay locked into what you do. You can't worry about all you. Again, to me, you get in this coaching to understand you're gonna have good and bad. People gonna say good things about you. They gonna say bad things about you. Hell, I was in South Florida. They said bad shit about me there.
Yeah.
Oregon, Western Kentucky, my alma mater.
Yeah.
They said bad things about me there when it was so. Those things gonna happen. I don't let that type of stuff bother you. You know what I mean? You just try to stay locked into what you know the right thing to do. You know what I mean? And try to get the job done. Again, you like for it to happen fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It didn't happen as fast as we all would have liked for it to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and then they made a decision that they made and kept it moving.
Right.
Yeah. Did you feel like that was gonna happen though, Willie? Did you feel that was coming?
No. I mean, you hear all the noise, you know what I mean? And again, there's so much happen. Like, people don't, it's a lot goes into winning. You know what I mean? And there's a lot more, like, when you're taking over a program too. When you think about it, like, I took over the program at Florida State. The AD that hired me, he had left and went to the NCAA August, right before the season started.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, again, that's different.
Yeah.
The person they bring you in ain't there no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's different. And then, again, you got to build relationships. You know, that's part of it too, building relationships and having those relationships. But you look at that part of it, you look at trying to change the roster. Got a new AD now. Got to get some players. You know, it was a lot going on, but everybody's accustomed to winning, and everybody wanted to win, and everybody wanted it to happen. We all did. I did too. I wanted to do it for everybody too. Hell, that was why I was there, to try to get us back to where it was.
Absolutely.
You know, but I just think at the end of the day, if you in a nutshell, and again, it's like, I just think it was like probably the right place, wrong time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like I say, in the way I look at it is that passionate fan base, people that love Florida State, they really never been in that place before.
Yeah.
So the only way they knew how to get out of there, like, just get somebody in, let's just win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They ain't never been through it to understand how to come through it the right way. You know what I mean? So it's like, as you're in, you see it, like, at first it pisses you off, you're mad, like, damn it, but then you step back and look at it like, really, there's nobody here really been through this but me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, and then so, but you, like you say, you understand it. I would say this: I didn't go in it thinking that it couldn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I knew what we needed to do to make things happen and get it going. And you wish you would have had more time to do it, but it didn't work out that way.
But I also feel like you were held to a different standard too. Because, I mean, let's just think about post your coaching there. We've seen the same, and there hasn't been necessarily a calling for firing of that particular coach. And I am a fan.
That's just it.
And I am a fan. And I was the one who, when they were talking noise about you, I had a lot to say. Because what we not going to do is that.
Well, do what? What, Desiree? Do what?
What we not gonna do is call for the black man to be fired because Florida State is losing, and right now we're in a totally different position than we were before. You knew the program was not so great when he came in, so they didn't allow the time for him to build a program. And that's
like I said a minute ago, I just think it was the right job, wrong time.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
It's like sometimes you got to be the one that bridge things. Sometimes you got to be the, I ain't gonna say scapegoat, but you got to be that one.
Yeah.
To step. And what I mean by that, like I keep going back, and I tell people to the day, cause I think everybody expect from me just, man, the hell with Florida State.
Right.
Yeah.
I had a love for that place. You know what I mean? So
from
it's
day
just
one.
hard
Like
to just
that.
say,
Yeah.
you know, and
day one.
and I'm one of those people that I try to understand things, so rather than just come, you know, because even that ain't gonna hold me back.
Right.
What I'm trying to accomplish.
Right.
But it goes back, like I say, they didn't know how to deal with that. They know how to deal with it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when people like, why they ain't get rid of them, they know how to deal with it now.
Yeah, 'cause they
understand.
dealt with
You
it
gotta
with-
be
yeah.
patient with some of this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To get things the way
Yeah.
it going. So I think it was a learning lesson for everyone. You
Yeah.
know, so I just
They
had to
coulda
be the
just-
lesson, I
Yeah,
guess. So,
yeah.
You would have sacrificed for it, but they could have gave you some more time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying,
I
Coach.
just think it just get hard.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, man, it just, you know, with that black white issue of as far as coaches, I think the mess is real.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it's real, and you know, just looking at it, you know, you came in overall your first year, you're 5-7, second year 6-9. I mean 6-7. His first year 3-6.
Come
5-7.
on now.
I went 6 and 7. I ain't get to finish that year.
See,
Right.
there you go. There you
See,
go.
but
There you go.
look, let's
There you go.
I appreciate you,
Coach.
Coach. Appreciate you, Coach. So
yeah,
that
because
just
he
adds to
didn't.
the fire.
And
You
it
know what I'm
does.
saying?
It
When that
does.
type of stuff happens, it's discouraging to me, and I don't like it to have someone come right behind you and is
do
given the opportunity. We all know when you bring in a recruiting class, your guys, come on. Let me get my guys
Let
to
me
a
get-
point
yeah.
where they become them guys.
But
Yeah.
I think this one of those things too. Like again, it's one of those situations. Again,
You're so
feel-
positive. I love it.
But I feel you. I
Laid
feel where
back.
you're coming from. But that's the easy way to think. That's what most of us would think.
Yeah.
Throughout this, you know what I mean. But I go back to they didn't know how to handle the situation. They don't make it right that what they did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But they didn't know how. They know how to handle it better now, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. And then again, he was with the AD that hired him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So understanding being patient with him as well. So all those things play a big
Play a
factor.
factor.
Yeah.
You
Makes
know,
sense.
in it all. So, you know what I mean? So, like I said a minute ago, had to be the lesson.
Yeah,
You know what
man.
I mean?
Yeah.
But
Is it,
Yeah.
is the pressure of like the we call them bull gators at Florida. I don't but your real people that donate to the school, those guys. Did you feel more of the pressure from in-house where you had your AD and so forth, or did you feel the pressure of those high donors?
I ain't feel pressure by anybody.
Okay.
I don't look at those things as pressure. Again, when you sign up the coach, it's pressure. Out at West Kentucky, it's pressure.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just a Florida State thing. It's just you know what you're doing. You know what you're taking. You know the job that you're taking. It's an expectation
Yeah.
job. They were a result job. You got to get results. So I didn't feel any pressure. Like if you ask me anything, I probably could have did a better job building relationships
Okay.
with some. You know,
Okay.
but and that again, so much going on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have
Right.
time to do
To
that.
do it.
You know, build a relationship with the right people and get to know the right people. And then sometimes you want to make sure you get to know the right people. Some of them aren't the right people to know. So it was just so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to me, probably have enough time to bring everybody together. To me,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
probably, if you ask me in a nutshell, what was wrong, I don't think we were all together.
Yeah.
It wasn't all aligned the
Okay.
way that it
That
should
line,
be.
like
Everybody's talking about.
Okay,
Okay.
You know what I
Makes
mean?
sense.
And it's just, again, I think they're probably in a better situation now and doing it. But again, that's just part of that whole learning thing, man.
But one thing I want to ask you, Willie, right quick. I know we got to keep this thing moving. Raymond Woody. Seemed to me, every step you took on this college journey, he was with you. So why Raymond Woody? What's when I say Raymond Woody to you, what's that? What that mean to you?
A mentor, a guy that understand and understand kids, young people, a coach, and somebody that's passionate about the game of football. You know, I saw that when I used to recruit, when I was an assistant at Western. I used to come down here and recruit Palmetto High and Bay Show, and he was the head coach. And I remember telling Woody when I was recruiting him at his school, I was like, look, man, if I ever become a head coach, I'm going to come back and get you. You know, I think he took it for granted. When I became a head coach and called, he was like, I told you I was going to do this. But it's that. It's, again, Raymond's from Palmetto. Is a good ball coach, and that meant you try to surround yourself with people like yourself. You know what I mean? Or better than what you are. And so someone you can trust, I think that's big. You know, and just trying to mentor and help someone. And so, but we shared a lot of same values. And that's huge when it came to hiring people.
And I felt that was big too. That was big for me, man, for you to come back and get Raymond Woody. And he was with you every step of the way. And to me, I say, boy, that's Manatee County love right there, boy. That's Manatee County. So that to me, that was big to see that, man.
Well, Coach, I you know, one thing that you did leave with, you know what I'm saying, that contract said what it was. You know what I'm saying? The contract is what the contract is. You know what I'm saying?
He said when you sign that paper, when you sign that contract.
So you know, if you go do this, I mean, you could do this, but the contract say this. You know what I'm saying? So I like to call it double dipping, Coach, because you was over there at the net school getting paid.
True.
You still was getting paid.
Yeah, sir.
But Coach, here's the thing: you took over. You know, you went down south, and you had. I think, Coach, you did a great job down there. You also had one of our hometown peoples. Come through, and we saw how his career has taken off, and he's now rejoined you at the highest of the high levels. But Coach, just on this journey of coaching, right? I want to say, man, this kind of what Green alluded to is that you have been one of the people that was homegrown here. And to see you get to the place that you are now, it's just amazing. It's amazing to see a black coach. On top of that, a coach that, you know, when we look at coaches around here, we put them at a certain level.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And you have reached the highest of highs when it comes to coaching. You've coached at the highest level. You coach at the highest programs. You're coaching at the highest level of football in general. And you right here from Palmetto. That's amazing, Coach. And I just want to make sure that we give you your flowers on that. You're now currently in the pros and running. Boy, you got a heck of a person running that ball, boy. You got a heck of a person, boy. And just to tell you, Coach T, I'm gonna tell you this again. They slipped on me last year in my fantasy football. But Coach, I picked him. Coach, he's feeding that boy the pill. I'm trying to get him again, Coach. You know what I'm saying? So Coach, it's amazing, Coach.
Man,
Coach, you back in the community, Coach. I know you have some big things that you want to do here. What are you know, I've heard. I know Green.
We finna clear this up. We finna clear this up.
Coach, I just want to know: is a little bit true? Is it true? Is it? So what we heard, Coach.
Tell me what y'all heard.
We heard that you made a proposal to the Palmetto Youth Center. And in that proposal, Coach, they used the word hostile. Now, I'm going to say, if this is true.
On Facebook now.
I would have to agree. This is a little hostile. But, Coach, they said that, you want to come down. You recognize the Palmetto Youth Center has been here for a while. We know what condition it's in. We know where it's been at. You probably feel like we could do a lot better if this is true. And you propose, hey, let me come in. Let me bring my own people. So bring my own people means some people got to leave. And with that being said, under your leadership, under your new board, and the people that will run the program, you have plans to make this better for this community. Is some of that true? None of it's true. What's going on with that?
Okay, let me tell you how all this came down.
Okay.
All right. For so long, I've been wanting to do something for our community. If you just think about it, I really had. The one time I did something was at South Florida. We did a camp here. We call it DGA camp. And we invited a little free camp here. You know, and to me, that's cool and dandy. You know, and I can do that every year. But it was always a passion, a calling, really, to do something significant back in Palmetto. A lasting change, not just a one-day thing. You know what I mean? Something that's going to last for a long time. When I'm dead and gone, it's still going. I always wanted to do that. I didn't know what, but I wanted to do something. And so as these years gone by, it's just been eating at me even more, like just sometimes stressing me out because I hadn't done anything, and it's like I just need to. And I thought about building my own community center. I mean, that's my goal. I'm going to come back to Palmetto, build my own community center. And why I want to do that, every time I come back here, and I get back home probably 3-4 times a year, I ride through the entire city. Every time. Everywhere I lived or grew up at, I say every time.
Every time.
Every time. It's not one time I come to Palmetto. I don't do that.
Okay.
I go everywhere and just look at it, and I just look at it. And it just got a point to where I drive around and I don't see anything
Right.
here no more. I don't see the energy. I don't see the passion. I don't see kids playing. You know what I mean? I don't see adults doing things. I don't see any of that. And to me, that's sad. You know, and I get ticked off. I come home and see I get mad and ticked off about it and complain about it. But then I go back to what I live by.
Right.
Ain't no excuses. Blame no one. Do something. So I told my wife, I got to do something about it. She got tired of me. She's like, you always say, every time you come here, you always say this. You know? And it's like, man, I just need to do something that's going to make a significant difference. Now, I wanted to come build my own community. So that was my plan. And then I spoke to someone. I was like, man, why don't you reach out to the youth center and try to partner with them in doing something rather than reinventing the wheel and all. And so reached out to them. I was told I needed to be on their board to for those decisions and things. And first of all, it wasn't no hostile takeover. See, that's the part you don't like that kind of stuff. Again, y'all see, I'm a good dude.
Yeah.
And it seemed like for me, like I didn't have to come back here to do that.
Right.
I got a job. I got a lot of stuff doing.
Right.
I didn't have to come back here to even and try to work with them. So for them to say that part of it, but I'm a good dude. I ain't gonna make a long story short. I came back, and what I wanted to do is have my foundation partner with them. You know what I mean? And I have standards. I have vision. I have goals. And I have a name that I take pride in. You know what I mean? And anything I do, and if my wife and I are going to spend our hard-earned money in doing that, we're going to make sure we partner with someone that's aligned exactly how we are aligned. And if it's not that way, we're not going to do it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So make a long story short, our vision for the community and what we want didn't align. You know, so
Okay.
I say I'm going to just do what I was going to do from the beginning. And just build our city a nice community center, not just a youth center. It's a community for
center.
everybody, old and young. You know what I mean? I want something where all of our people can go and be there. You know, and I want to have programs where our kids learn. They learn how to do things. I want a program where teach these kids how to read.
Life skills.
You know what I mean? It's like we have all these programs for kids and stuff, and want them to get better. And you see they're not getting better. And you wonder why? Hell, they can't read. They can't understand what you're trying to get them to learn. So let's do better at that and teaching them what they cause once they learn it, they can do it. These kids a lot of them are geniuses.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to bring that shining light in them out. You know, so and the way I'm like, I'm no different than any of them. I'm not no different than any adults. You know what I mean? And so it's like there's some young people that need a second chance. So let's have some kind of workforce development of helping these kids get a second chance to help. You know, some of our elderly, they need a place to go. They might want to go play bingo or something. They ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I mean? And then like for me, it's like whatever I build, and I shouldn't say it, whatever we build, it's not gonna be poop butt. You know what I mean? It's like, why do our community and our town have to settle? And there's no reason for that. You know what I mean? And if I'm gonna be involved, we're not selling on anything. I want us to have the best community center around here. I want that for our community, and I want the entire community to take pride in that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And when I say take pride, and everybody got to be committed to that. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's like, don't sit around complaining, oh, we're going to do something about it. You know what I mean? So a lot of us in the work, that's why I'm down here now, to try to finish up some things before I get going, and then my peeps can finish getting this thing rolling. But I was like, I want to get this thing going before the season. I want to see some progress.
I love that.
There you go.
And get going.
There you go, bro.
And so y'all probably hearing some things coming up, but
From you.
from me,
Not from Facebook.
no, you'll hear from
you.
me, the media, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, from me,
love
it's gonna
it.
come from out my mouth. You know, but that's the goal. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing against anybody else, and it just this what I see.
Yeah.
And not only was what I see, I've been doing I've been wanting to do this for a long time. So it's not just something just all of a
Right.
sudden.
Right.
I've been doing when I say doing my research now, I've been doing my research. Nah, y'all ain't feeling me.
I've been doing my research.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, no,
I don't know that. I'm
right.
gonna
It's
tell you.
because it's a big
Land,
investment.
land
So
and all that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Land.
Everything,
Absolutely.
everything I tried to do from the beginning is just I did my research on everything and what to get involved in and what not to get involved in. You know what I mean? And
You don't
so
want your name tied to everything, for sure.
so like it's been like a 2-year thing that's just been going on and doing the research and figuring everything out and what we need to do, how we should do it, and then like I said, unfortunately, it didn't work out. It didn't work out partnering with the youth center because it's been ideal because I felt like this was like centrally located.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's pretty cool watching, like riding down here, see the new sidewalks and the lighting down here.
Yeah.
Like, man, it made this whole thing look
Look
different.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you ride now, you look to the side, everything else still old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, man, how could we have something like when you want, wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what people want to go to?
Yeah.
I'm want to be up in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll be
Yeah.
there all day, whatever I got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that was my thing. Is like, okay, since that didn't work, let's go find some land to do it. That would have been perfect, ideal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and like you said earlier, man, the good Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can tell you.
You know what I mean? Because now we got an opportunity, still centrally located,
Trying to
still
tell you.
can make a big move. I'm so excited about it, man, and what this can do for our community. And I think everybody else will get behind it too, man. And I really think it'll help bring some energy, and hopefully not just bring energy, just bring it back to life
Yeah.
around here and what it should be, you know. But that's my goal. Like for me, it's not a monetary thing for me. Anything. This something where I can give back. You said it from the beginning. Palmetto is everything to me. You know what I mean? So there'll be my way of giving back to our community.
I
And
love
like
that.
literally giving back to the community, not just
love it.
doing anything. And I think it'll make a huge. And I say community, everybody, white, black, Mexican, I don't
Everybody.
care.
The community.
The community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, man, why can't we have something north of the bridge that's nice? You know what I mean? Get people back going. I just know how it used to be live around here.
Right.
Not that I'm trying to reinvent what it used to be. I want it to
But
be
to
what it
bring
should
back
be.
some of that excitement to the area.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just know that part of more helping young people. You know what I mean? And more importantly, like with our young people, letting them have an opportunity to go off and see other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
A lot of these people don't know what's out there. All we know is just here. If I wouldn't have went off the West, I wouldn't knew what else out there in the,
Yeah.
in the world.
Yeah.
But providing this, so it's like I'm trying to use some of my journey, my experience of being in places and seeing things to be able to give our young people, our older people, those opportunities to do that. Like I want to have like a financial literacy course for our young adults.
That's good.
You know what I mean? Not just somebody just come from the bank and talk one time. You think I'm supposed
Right.
to get that?
Yeah.
Nah, let's take this course and
Yeah.
have a better understanding. That's gonna make a huge difference.
Yeah.
You can't, like, to me, you can't take that from granted. I don't care how much money you make.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? If I understand how to manage it and use it right, that money can be a lot more than what it is.
That's right.
And
You know
not
what I
only
mean?
for kids, for grown folks
Exactly.
too, man.
Yeah.
Shoot, a lot of us need some financial literacy.
Yeah.
That part. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what, and it's like to me, the kids, they need to learn all these other trades and all these like AI and these
Yeah.
STEM
Yeah.
and gaming. That's a lot of money being made out there. I remember growing up, you talking about video game, mama, you man, get off that game and get in the books. Nah.
Now it's
I
the
tell
total
mom, get on that
opposite.
game, boy.
Get on the game.
Go to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's
And
go to the game.
so it's just, again, trying to educate them on all the different ways it is out there to make some money.
I think. So another thing, Willie, is that where we are, the condition of the youth center right now for our community, and what you're trying to do for the community, I think is from what I'm hearing, I think it's just a awesome thing. I don't know if it would be a situation where what you want to do, the location that you want to do it in, and what is currently going on now, would it be a conflict? Or is it that, hey, I just care about the community?
I think it's more of I care about the community. If things were going as well as it should be, I wouldn't be here trying to build a community center. If we had the community center that I feel like our community deserves, I wouldn't be trying to do this.
Right.
I'm passionate about doing this for our community. It's not for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't get no monetary. I got a job.
Right.
I can get back to
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I do when I come home, when I drive through, I want to see it jumping.
Yeah.
I feel like I have that obligation to do my part to see to it, rather than complain. Keep complaining, do something about it. You know what I mean? So I'm committed to doing something about it for our community, and I hope everybody else is too.
Yeah.
I want everyone to, not just me, I want this entire community to be excited about what we bring to Palmetto. And we're not going to settle.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. I gives a rat's ass. We're not settling for anything. Our community deserves the best. And that's what I want to do, give them the best. And then I want them to take care of it.
Yeah.
There you
See,
go.
there
Yeah.
it is.
There
So
you
now y'all heard the truth. Y'all heard it from the
The
horse's mouth.
Yes.
I told y'all I don't believe nothing till I hear it from Willie. And we
You
heard it from
definitely
Willie.
said that,
But
Green.
listen, I know, but before we go,
I'm sorry, but what
Go
you
ahead.
said, but I'm sorry
Go
on that.
ahead,
But
go
you said about conflict, and it ain't about conflict. It's about this community.
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay.
You know, so it's not. I don't have time for anything else but the community. So any other thing that they can say that.
They can
It's
say
about, they can say that. That's the word. It's about this community.
Yeah.
If you're about this community, doing best for the community, I want to rock with you.
Right.
Okay.
So
Simple as that.
so it's not about Willie T.
No, not at all. Willie
Not
T got a
the
lot of other stuff going on. You know what I
Good
mean?
save, Coach.
You know what I
Good
mean?
save.
I got a lot of other shit going on, but
Yeah.
but I will say this is a passion for me. This is like a calling.
Yeah.
This is my calling
Yeah.
to do this for our community. And I'm going to be so damn proud to see that and see everybody, see Palmetto jump and have something. You just think about it, man. When the last time Palmetto got something for our community?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the last time we got something nice
Something worth talking
we're
about.
talking about for our
Yeah.
community?
Okay.
Can't think of it.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
you,
I can't think of it. But I will tell you this. It's pretty cool riding down there and seeing that new Marriott over there.
Boy,
Yeah.
that is
boy,
cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Good
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good
yeah.
now.
So
Yeah.
why we can't have something nice?
Wait, we
Yeah.
look
What
good.
you
You
do?
try to match that energy?
Absolutely.
Match that energy.
That's how-
Wait,
But-
now hold that Marriott. Wait, now hold on. Now, I don't know what the star rating. It got to be at
Look-
least a 4.
Yeah.
Look
At
at
least a
Coach
4.
face.
You know what I'm saying?
Coach looking like what?
I mean, that's the energy that you're trying to match.
Man, we gonna do something right here. You know what I mean? And that's just
Ooh,
gonna
that boy
spark
say,
that.
"Do so."
That's gonna spark the entire community. That's gonna spark the
love
entire,
it.
the
That
entire
boy say, "Do so."
city. You know what I mean? And get it going.
So listen. We heard it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
But I got to bring this up. First of all, I want to congratulate LaJohntay Wester.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
we got to congratulate this
Yes,
brother.
absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
we got to
Yeah.
congratulate
Congrats,
this
little
brother.
cuz.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I brought that up to let you know, Willie, it touched me, man, because I watch it all the time in the shop. Because different people come in, and I play it. LaJohntay draft party.
Yeah.
And boy, for him to get that call for the Baltimore Ravens, and for him to say, "Home team," I knew he was talking about you. I knew it, Willie.
Yeah.
And by you being a part of the organization, the Baltimore Ravens, man, tell me, LaJohntay Wester. Just talk about LaJohntay and his
Great.
journey.
First of all, great person.
Okay.
Great young man. Awesome family. A highly competitive athlete. Like when I say highly competitive, them the kinds you want. You know what I mean? And I remember recruiting him and getting a call. Actually, Kevin Jackson, Pop Jackson called me like, "Man, you gotta see this kid, coach. I'm telling you, man. He just all he do is just make plays. He just." And then I watched the film like, damn, he pretty good at DB too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then you see him in person, and then you see him in person. He ain't, from a
Stature
physical
first,
standpoint, he ain't what you're looking for. But when you talk to him and you just see him, you like, man, that's what you want. That mentality. You can tell he had that winner. He had something to prove.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
And he wasn't get recruited as heavily, and we all they came down, fell in love. He committed to us, and from day one in practice, our boy showed up and showed
Something to
out.
prove, like
Day
you
one.
said.
Day one.
Day one.
Day one. Showed up, showed out. And
Love
I'm over there like,
Yeah.
pat
Pat on the back.
Yes,
Pat on the
sir.
back.
it's like he's from home.
Yeah.
He's doing this, and then to see his teammates he went from nobody knowing him from day one to everybody loved him. Like every day, he just kept making plays. Like everybody, damn, who is this kid? Damn.
Yeah.
And he just kept making plays, and like to me, it was great because all I did was give him an opportunity.
Go.
You know what I mean? And it was great for me to see another young man right here taking advantage of his opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that was like, as a coach, you always love to see when your guys come through and have success the way they do. And for LaJohntay to have the success that he's had, from FAU to going out with Dion out in Colorado, continue that, and then getting drafted. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, that is big time. I saw his career. I watched him. I know where he's from. And to see that from my hometown, another one, get that opportunity. And then, again, it's pretty cool, too, that, like, again, now I'll be there.
Yeah.
I ain't coaching him, but I'm there
That's
with him. You know,
Yeah,
and
you're there
watching
with
him,
him.
you
That's
know, and like I told him, hey, represent.
yeah.
I'm going to tell you, represent. You know what to do. You know what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So represent. Do your thing.
Did you have an opportunity to speak on who you know as LaJohntay Wester?
Oh, absolutely. You know what I mean? They asked me about him. You know what I mean? So I was, but LaJohntay did it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did it all. You know, I was able to speak on the person. I go, but the film don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie,
The
bro.
film don't lie at all. You know what I mean? And I know you watch him as a punt returner, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I know Coach loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Coach Harbaugh, big time special team guy too.
I love that.
So, but and I saw a clip this off season. He was working out, the coach was over there coaching him up on it. Man, it was an Instagram post, but it was big time. Like they had a head coach over there coaching, and the things he was telling was like elite. I'm like, man, this is big, and I was like hoping people in Palm Valley watching this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause
Yeah.
but he's gonna have a heck of an opportunity, and he gonna work. You know what I mean? That's the thing. He gonna work his tail off. And to me, he is a Raven. He's what we look for.
Yeah.
And players enjoying our team. I think I told
big,
Coach, I
boy.
think he's a Raven. He's what we looking for.
That's
What
big.
better opportunity?
Well, Coach,
big
man,
though,
listen,
boy.
man, you done came, and I got one more question for you before you leave. Yes, sir. Just one more question, Coach. Do you want to be a head coach in the NFL one day?
I want to be a head coach again. I do. You know what I mean? Because head coach in the NFL, college, I do. And that time will come. You know what I mean? It will come. And, again, just got to stay locked in, stay down 10 toes down and lock into what I'm doing now. And those opportunities come. I just got to be ready when they do come. You know what I mean? I will say this. I'm not in a hurry to do anything.
Yeah.
But I just want to do a good job of what I'm doing, be a great assistant coach now. And I always tell coach, I want to be the assistant coach for you like I want it for me.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And have this thing going. So that time is going to come. Like when I was younger, I wanted to, everything was like, I need it now.
Hurry,
boom,
hurry,
boom, boom.
hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but you, again, with experience, you kind of live and learn. And that opportunity I think it will present itself again. And
It will.
And,
It will. It will.
happen.
It will.
Well, hey man, that's a
Yes, sir. Boy.
coach, man. I want to say just thank you, man,
Yes,
for
sir.
coming through.
Yes.
Truth be
I
told,
appreciate y'all Seminoles having me in here. You know what I mean?
Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining.
That's talking about Willie. Boy, you in the den, right?
They
all
only the
Seminoles.
hurricanes come in here now. When we talk about hurricanes come in, boy, there's only been 2.
Hey,
They
hey,
top of the line.
hey,
you know?
they gotta be worth coming in.
So, boy.
No, 3-3. Coach Cadet.
Coach
Cadet.
Cadet, Coach
Cadet
on the show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, be on the show.
Top of the line, bro. You
Yeah,
got hey,
yeah.
if you gonna call for Mancy, you gotta be. You can't be a screw up. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right
Well, I
now.
can tell y'all,
No,
man.
we had ace too now.
Oh,
We had 4. We had 4.
You're right.
Man, I tell you what, man, I like what y'all doing, man. I think this is big time, and wherever I can help out, man, just let me know, man. I think it's big what y'all doing for the community, and hopefully everybody get behind it. You know, what I mean?
Absolutely,
we need to do that. Get behind each other. We can't expect things to be different if we can get behind and tearing each other down. But it's like what I say, man. I hope everybody get behind. Let's stop blaming people.
Yeah.
Let's stop making excuses.
Yeah.
Let's do something.
Let's do something.
Do so.
Yes.
Do so.
We gonna end it right there. Coach say it.
Coach
Stop
said.
slaving people. And
Do so.
and do so.
No,
Do
he
so.
said something else in between that,
Oh,
y'all.
what he say? What he say?
Don't
Well,
Blame
that's
no
the
one.
premises. Okay, Coach.
blame no one. Make no excuses.
Make no excuses.
Do
Do
something.
something.
And we out.
And we out. Truth be told.
Truth, really, that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic. This truth be told, only the truth. Tune in, cause you